and breathe. Arsenal beat Tottenham to remain themselves in the title race with a fantastic 3-2 win away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But what are my instant reaction to the game? Well, let's get into it. Now, not only was that probably the most weirdest game I've seen Arsenal play all season, that was also the game that probably stressed me out the most. The last 10 minutes of that game, I think we all lost potential years on our life. That was just stressful as hell. But somehow, somewhere, Arsenal got the job done and we remain in this title race, and I think we just got past our hardest game of the season that we have to play. And obviously it's even better the fact we guaranteed our position above Tottenham now in the league, and we guaranteed Champions League football, permanently putting us in a better position in that club, showing how much better we actually are than them. Now, the first thing that I want to speak about is the fact that when Arsenal were beating big teams or having good games against big teams, that was the only way we were even competitive 2 years ago. In this game, I don't think we played really that well or wasn't that good, but we still got the job done in the end. And that first half, where I don't think either team really did too much to actually be good enough, they didn't really have any good shots on goal. They think they should have had a pen. I don't really think so. But we were quite clinical when we needed to be, scoring 3 really important goals. Of course, 2 of them were cornered straight to the front post where they just didn't mark, which I don't know what they're doing, and a brilliant counter-attacking goal for our second. And it's so weird that we played in this way, because this game and how we played in it was nothing like we have been playing recently or mostly this season. We got teams on the counter-attack and we were clinical in our chances, something you can't really say about us, despite obviously us scoring so many goals. And I probably will get into loads of tactical videos about this game because I thought it was quite fascinating how we played. But the fact that we let Tottenham have 62% possession and got them on the counter-attack is exactly what I wanted to see. Make these teams who want to counter-attack us have the ball, see what they can do with it, and let us counter-attack them. It showed the electric self that we had last season, where we could just completely counter-attack any single team. And despite our team not putting the best shift in, that gave us a real good chance in this game. But I do give our team so much credit, not only for the mentality going away to Tottenham and winning this incredible game, but the fact that Tottenham had a lot bigger rest than us. They haven't played in a while, and we obviously played on Tuesday. So they had a lot of preparation going into this game, a lot more than we did, and the game to them doesn't mean as much. I know they're trying to get top 4, but ultimately I think getting 5th will probably be better for them anyway. And I know a lot of people are going to complain about the referees or some of the decisions that went Arsenal's way, and everything is up for speculation, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. There's been so many times this season where not only we have been screwed over, but in last season where games like Brentford, where that goal got disallowed. So everything comes its way around and works its way back to where it should be. The same with the fact that Onana gave away the penalty that he should have gave away in the first match day in this week. So I think it's quite interesting how it works, and I don't really care, and we shouldn't care either, because at the end of the day, people criticize you for everything. Now, overall, I want to give the defense a lot of credit. I think overall we defended incredibly well, considering Tottenham were coming into the game. And I don't really look at the stats either, because you've got to think about the game states that happened. Tottenham weren't really playing too well until David Raya unfortunately gave them a goal with a big mistake. And the momentum was on their side, and we were obviously backs against the wall, which they scored another late penalty later. But that makes sense in that we were 3-0 up, so we didn't necessarily need to attack as much as we did before. Gabriel and Saliba and Ben White yet again were exceptional. I thought they defended really well 99% of the time. Of course, there's a few mistakes in there, but ultimately we got the result because they are so good defensively going to these away games at all times. Ultimately, Tomiyasu, I think, was a bit nervous or didn't seem really up for this game, so that's obviously a shame, but we'll learn from that going into the future. The same with, I think, Trossard wasn't hugely effective, but I don't think he really is in these sorts of games, and I don't think Odegaard could get on the ball too much, showing, I think, again, why he should probably play as an 8 rather than a 10. But yeah, again, I can't argue with some of the most best players that we have in this squad. Rice and Partey really did well again. Yes, again, I thought Declan Rice was immense all game. Great corner, obviously, for his assist, and, you know, brilliant performance out, doing great tackles and great interceptions. I thought Thomas Partey was actually very encouraging. You know, a few mistakes maybe in there, but I actually thought he was much better, and you can tell he's so important to this team when he is fit. So hopefully he can continue and be fit for the next 3 games. And the front 2 that really helped us win this game, Havertz and Saka, I thought were phenomenal. Of course, we didn't get that many chances, and especially in the second half, they didn't really get anything. But in the first half, they needed to be good and clinical when they had chances, and them 2 were specifically. There was a lot of tactics in this game where I thought Havertz really targeted Davies, and I think that really worked for us. But Havertz, yet again, brilliant running around. He took his goal really well. Obviously, it's just a corner header in, but we take it. Great movement. And his assist to Saka was a quite fabulous breakaway goal. Brilliant pass all the way across to Saka. Brilliant control, and he does what you expected to. Cuts in and puts it into the corner. corner. Saka finally in that first half looked like the Saka we have been missing for so long, and he looks like somehow he's just gone back into good form. But we knew he'd always turn up in the games when it matters, especially against our biggest rivals. I do want to give a little bit of credit as well to David Raya, because I know he made obviously that big mistake that got Tottenham back into the game, but after that he was still trying to catch loads of balls that came into the air, which shows a lot of bravery from him and shows a lot of character to be able to do that, and that's exactly what the profile we need is. It's the same with other players that stepped up even though we made some mistakes, and I really think that this team is special. And ultimately I think now, even if we don't win this league, which I don't know if it is going to be likely because of Man City, I think we are the best team in this league. I think we've played the best this season. I think we're the most dominant going forward, and I think we're the best defensively. We've had issues mid-season with certain positions and injuries where I've had to play Havertz in midfield, but I don't say that I think Arsenal are the best team for clickbait. I genuinely believe that we are the best team in this country right now and probably deserve to win this league this year. And it will be a massive shame if we don't, but we have to rely on other teams to help us. Tottenham still have to play Manchester City, so you know, if they want to help a brother out, I would really appreciate that. Obviously we've still got our games to think about. I've always said this, like Bournemouth, Everton, and of course the big game at Old Trafford, which we know they're going to be up for, just like Tottenham were today. Ultimately I think Arteta got his tactics overall quite right. He had to rely a lot on our clinicalness, and it did work out today. I think that our counter-attacking system allowed Tottenham to have the ball, which we saw against Chelsea use as well, shows how he's adapting to the times. He doesn't need to have full dominance and sustained possession all the time, which obviously makes us a better team where we can win in different modes. And I really appreciate the fact that he is standing on business. When he starts his 11 players, he trusts in them completely. In this game, he only did 2 substitutions. Obviously, Trossard weren't having the best game. He brought Martinelli on, who I thought did a really good defensive shift, and Kivior came on in the last minute just to help us try and see out the result. There is players that he obviously could bring on, but he doesn't feel like it's necessary because he thinks the people he brought out on that day were the best, and obviously this makes sure that people get tired and stuff, but they keep getting the results, and that keeps helping us win. Arsenal are a football club that have forever stressed any of us out who are proper supporters of the team, but the fact that we were able to win yet again against Tottenham away like we did last year is so encouraging and so nice to even get that response. This team is truly special, and we truly do have a special manager in charge. Don't listen to people who defend it on titles, because we're obviously going against one of the greatest managers of all time, Pep Guardiola. But Arsenal, from the place they were 2 years ago when I was watching them, when they were losing to Tottenham easily, to where they are now is astronomical. And every single player in that start 11, even if they didn't have good games today, deserved to play for Arsenal. And I'm very happy with the signings we're going to make in the summer and to get even better. It's so encouraging watching this team. And in the coming days, we'll obviously talk about the grand picture of it all, Manchester City, and how and what is going to happen in the last 3 games. But right now, today and tomorrow, we should accept the fact that we just beat Tottenham yet again and enjoy the win, because it is St. Tottenham's Day. We've officially finished above them, and we have guaranteed Champions League football, which is obviously a massive achievement again for the club. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what tactical videos you want to see around this game or any other games, and I appreciate your view as always. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.